criminal conduct within the means of Section 63(11) of the above-mentioned Act. We'll tell you about that in a second. There are reasonable grounds for suspecting that a person, namely the owner of @Irish Inquiry account, has engaged in criminal conduct under this Section 63. And they're looking for material such as basic account information, creation IP, phone number, email connected with the account, IP session logs, tweets from the 15th of July 2024 to the 18th of July 2024, direct messages from the same dates, media, and any other information that will identify the account owner. Okay, so just to mention before, I don't know, Suzanne, if you want to let everybody know those dates, what this is in relation to.
Yeah, okay, so we've only just come across this email, even though it was sent 4 days ago. We get quite a lot of emails. And immediately when I saw these dates, I thought of Coolock. And we did a video around that time highlighting how the guards were behaving towards the residents of Coolock, in particular, some elderly residents, that kind of thing. And yeah, they want to come after us for this, it would seem. This act that they're talking about is usually reserved for dealing with cases to do with terrorist financing and money laundering, for example, amongst other things. But I don't think this act has ever been used for this kind of thing before now.
Okay, so without further delay, let's have a look at the offending video. And again, thank you very much, Elon Musk, for your lovely email.
Probably get into the house.
Council, you need this to de-escalate. You should be wanted.
Spray you, pepper spray.
There's pepper spray by, I was sitting at the bus stop and there's pepper spray by a policeman. Look what they did to the old.
Yeah. And he kept giving it to me.
Jaden is asking there, when is someone going to speak? I actually hadn't sent it out there, and the other streams didn't connect. I had to connect them manually there. So, yeah, sorry about that. But yeah, Orla is there with me there now at the minute. Let me add her up there. Hello, Orla. How are you? How's things?
Hi, Paul. How are you?
Good, good. I just played that video there. That was from Suzanne Delaney and Stephen. That's from the Elon Musk thing, that they all got these... how would you say, these letters sent to them, these emails sent to them, but the guards tried to, I'm just going to share this one here. This is the actual Just bear with me there for a minute. And everyone, if you can share that out to everyone there now, please. They're all gone live there now. So here we are. This is the court order. On Court District Court, Criminal Justice Act 1940 order, District Court Area, Dublin Metropolitan District. Whereas from the information on oath in writing under Section 63(1) criminal on this day by whatever Garda, the Garda Síochána are investigating whether a person, namely the owner of Twitter International Unlimited Company, the Irish Inquiry, has engaged in criminal conduct in the section whatever. Sorry, let me go back there. That's the next one. Sorry, there's the next one there. Here's the next one. This was for Jana London. Look, JK London. So anybody with a voice, Twitter have been trying to silence, and they tried to do this months ago. You know what I mean? So, like, it's crazy, isn't it? It really is.
It's do you know what? It's so strange looking back on that video now, isn't it? Like when you think, oh my God. Like I remember that man against the wall. Like he had done nothing and he was just attacked.
Which
like
man?
And your father, do you know the man that was standing against the wall towards the end? And he got nearly hammered.
Oh, listen, I was there. I was doing the live stream. There was one of the videos there played, and you can hear me shouting at the guards, it's a woman, let her out, and he just kept spraying her. She was hunkered down behind the wall. Like, honestly, like, to witness it was, Jesus, it was something else, like, you know what I mean? State tyranny on full display. Come on, lads, join the Irish Happen and Cap movement. Yeah, okay.
I know. And then, look, you had your father, you had that terminally ill woman, you had the children, you had the counsellors, that got pepper sprayed as well. Just shocking, like, Jesus Christ.
Yeah, it's crazy there. What's the Venus? Sorry. Absolutely, Paul. It's nationwide. Rise up. It is. And if anyone can make it to Rosslare on Saturday for the Patriots of Era, please come there because we need you. We need as many people as we can there, to be honest with you. 0 at Paul. Yeah, well done. Big pushback ready. It is, and it starts on Saturday, the 22nd at 2 p.m. Rosslare Port. Patriots of Era. Make sure you're there. It's all the Says No groups. A lot of them have got together here now, and this is what we're pushing. I have a video there. I'll play it in a while. You know what I mean? But I'll wait till we get more people on, and then we'll do it. But I'll just go through some of that. The Irish justice system is racist against white Irish people. Yes, it is. Jesus Christ. Michael John Dennis, there is no political nor democratic solution. It's starting to look that way, all right, isn't it? It really is, like, you know what I mean? Ring your TD. I did this week, RE and new housing development. I didn't hold back. Stick it to them. Well, actually, we did the same. We rang local councillors last week in Coolock because it was supposed to be a secret meeting in Coolock, held one of the clubs, and we all got onto the councillor, and within, I'd say, 4 hours, boom, the whole lot was shut down. You know what I mean? Michael John, right. Aaron Wolfson. How are you, Aaron? How's things, mate?
Hi, Aaron.
Yeah. Speak to the builders. Can't repeat what I said to them. I'm sure I know exactly what you said to them, Letitia. Hi, Orla. Hi, Paul. Hello. How are you? Feel no weight. I love a punch up. Yeah. Listen, I'm not one to show you away from one myself, but hey, listen, we're getting a bit old for that sort of stuff now. You know what I mean? I'm wearing the hat again tonight, and we out.
Oh, you didn't do the hair, did you not?
You know? No, look, it's all over the shop. Look, all over the shop. But yeah, that was the Twitter stuff we were going with there. But what was the other thing I wanted to go? Oh shoot, what was the other thing I wanted to go with? We'll talk about that in a while. But there was a man charged. The second man that has been charged for killing that chap Abatundi or whatever his name is. Have you seen it there? You know what's happening about that? Second man charged of a fatal Dublin City stabbing. That was yesterday. Rory Carr, the Grain at Sea Point Lane, Balbriggan, has been charged with 3 offences. 21-year-old man has appeared in court charged in connection with a violence in Dublin Centre the week during which one man died and another was seriously injured. I didn't get the name of the other fella, to be honest with you, but as you can see, sorry, I'll go back again. Sorry. That's what RTE put out. But I can see from the picture.
Okay.
Look at the picture itself. There. RTE cut out the afro. You know what I mean?
Oh my God.
You wouldn't put two and two together. This guy, I don't know, is probably living here years, Rory Carr. It's a kind of, yeah, you know. But that's the real
Right.
picture.
Oh my God.
And if you notice it too, if you
That's
ever notice,
unbelievable.
you know, Garda Patrol now, whatever it's called now, that crap that they put on now, that Garda Patrol thing. You know what I mean? You can see it's as plain as day that it's a black guy. And they have the skin tone toned down. They have it like a shade lighter or a couple of shades lighter. You know what I mean? That's what they do now. You know what I mean? So as you don't think, all you do is look at the lips and the hair. You know what I mean? You know well.
Yeah.
But this guy is from Balbriggan. Like Balbriggan has turned into an awful crap town. I'm being honest with you.
So what's it named? Blackbriggan, isn't it? What it's named?
Blackbriggan, yeah, exactly. But like, in saying that, they're not migrants. These are a load of kids who their mother and father came in 20 odd years ago, and kids that are causing the trouble. And I'm going to be honest with you, like, you only have to look around schools and everything else. I saw a video there today in England of a young fella, a young fella, about 15 or 16, converting to Islam. How can kids be forced into stuff like that in the school? You know what I mean? Now, this was another student making them do the Quran and making them do this, that, and the other. You know what I mean? And it's crazy. Hang on. For those with no political, please look at algorithm. One quick Google. Okay, the council boards are 16 policy group members, 15 policy club members, etc. Communist, globalists, anti-nudity, warmongering, critical race culture. Do you know something? I didn't even look to see who wrote that, and I knew it was Davina. I just had to look and go, that's definitely Davina. Fair play to Davina. Ireland, please recover your country. This is what we're trying to do. Really, this is what we're trying to do. The police state is alive in the UK too. It is the same international, legal, global mafia. Definitely, it definitely is. Shocking times in Ireland. There's a few more there I have videos of it. Yeah. You know, I'm actually going to text Shane. We'll move on from this for a minute. Like, we'll wait a few more. Blackbriggan, yeah, you're right. Ireland used to be lovely. I remember when Ireland was lovely. Ireland is still lovely. It's just the people they have in it now are ruining it. That's the problem. Calgary plant offspring. Yeah, apparently I'm one of these now. I'm a, what are they called? Zionists. It's a gobshite on Twitter giving me loads. Oh, you're a Zionist. Herman Kelly was a Zionist. Anthony Casey's a Zionist. Lads, give it over, will you? Jesus sake, give it over. Like, you know what I mean? Gardaí facilitating and complicit in the invasion of Ireland. I was talking to someone last night who I know a long time, and he told me that there's guards there who do agree with us, but they have mortgages, they have children, they have the wife, they have the whole lot, the new car, and they don't want to lose that. They don't want to jeopardize that.
Yeah, I know.
I couldn't do it now, to be honest. That's why I'm here on my own. Like, you know what I mean? Yeah. He has convictions previously. Has he, Liz? I don't know. I didn't look too much into it. Somebody just sent it on to me there now. So listen, I actually didn't see that. Yeah. Trump, please liberate UK, Ireland, Canada, Greenland, Australia, and New Zealand. Yeah, please do. I miss the feeling of safety. I miss the way our country used to be.
Yeah,
our country is in a shambles. Like, women can't walk down the streets anymore without being harassed by these. Men can't walk in parks. I actually went over to Coolock this evening. Okay, I was going over to my Maz, and I got a text into the group. There was a text sent into the group by the Coolock says, no, I'm in the group. And there was a picture of two foreigners, one sitting on one bench, one sitting on the other bench, drinking cans, watching the kids in the playground. Seriously, I'm not messing, yeah? So I was heading to be Mazen anyway. I text the group. I said, listen, I'll be there in 15 minutes. I said, I'll get rid of them. I'll run them. So I got over there probably 15 minutes after, and I walked up the park, and there was three Irish young fellas sitting there having a smoke or whatever and yapping. And I walked up and I said to them, I said, hey, lads, I said, I'm at getting a phone call. There was a couple of foreigners here, and you're that chap off TikTok. Oh, we know you. Yeah, you ran in the elections. I said I did. Yeah. So he said, you do great work. Fair play to you. I said, thanks. So I said to him, I said, what happened? He said, listen, we ran them about 10 minutes ago. He said, we come in, we seen them. He said, and we ran them out of here. No drinking in here with kids and the whole lot. He said, we don't even drink in here. He said, because it's not the done thing. Like, you were young, it was about 17, 18, you know. And it seems they ran them. So everybody needs to do this. Be vigilant in your around your area. Be very vigilant. And what I will say is there are couples as well doing this, because I was told this by a friend of mine only last week, that somebody tried to take her granddaughter at the traffic lights before Christmas in Kilbarrack. And there was a couple, a man and a woman, and you know, they bring around kids with them as well. They probably have their own kids too, and then they're trying to abduct our kids. You know what I mean? This is happening, people. This is not a far right myth anymore. You know what I mean? Like, we have the receipts. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Stop the search. Here I am. Okay, Frank, how are you? Are you wanting the Daryl Barron? No. He was the councillor we got in contact with there last week. Nostrils. Hiya, Frank. In my local area of Manchester, it's becoming even scarier, woke and ideologically driven. Yeah, a bit of disappointment with the Irish government. Talking about ideologies, I have a video there I'm going to play in a while about a girl who transitioned into a boy who, Jesus Christ, it's eye-opening. The Irish turned their backs on the Catholic Church, I agree, but they threw the baby out with the bathwater. I agree that too. Yeah. Letitia, good evening, Paul. How are you? Arrest warrant issued for Irishman Sean Meehan in relation to court appearance involving local. Yes, I'm going to play. Philip is actually down there. Philip was down there, done a video earlier. And I'm going to see, I'm going to swing. Yeah. I'm going to get on to Shane now to see if Shane is down there and he can come on live to tell us how everything is. You know what I mean?
That's just shocking. And seemingly Sean, I shared the video with you earlier on. Seemingly Sean was told he wasn't supposed to be in court. And then they issued a bench warrant when he didn't show up. Like, this is an absolute and utter disgrace what's going on with him.
Well, I'll tell you exactly what that was. They knew there was going to be a couple of hundred people there this morning. There was a lot of people geared up to go down there to show support for Sean this morning. You know what I mean? Now, I wasn't going down. I've stuff to do here the whole lot, but I know lots of people that were going down. And then they got word yesterday evening that off his solicitors saying this, it's been cancelled now. He doesn't have to be up in court. Now there's an arrest warrant. Now I'd say there's a pretty hefty chunk of them down there now waiting for the police to come. You know what I mean? Because there's no way that man should be arrested now.
No.
If anything, his solicitor should have went to that court today, or should have went to that court before 4 o'clock they closed and got this sorted out. That man shouldn't have to be standing on in his house now at the minute waiting to be lifted. And again, they're gonna relax. They're gonna relax these laws now on this now next week or the week after. So what are you gonna make an example of him before they actually relax the laws?
But it's just shocking, Paul. Like, I mean, any Ipas building can go up right, left, and centre, all over the place, no planning, no nothing. And that man can't build a log cabin on his own land, and him from Tipperary, even his grandparents are from Tipperary. The neighbours have no issues. Nobody has any problems. It's only the bloody council. It's an absolute nutter disgrace.
Yeah, I know. Paul, we voted no to anchor babies just because they produce offspring here doesn't make you Irish. i.e. the Southport killer shot. That's not what I never said that. But I agree what you say there, mate. I do agree what you say there. But I'm saying, what I was saying was that young lad is not a refugee. He's not one of these scammers that has come in here. He's probably just a scammer who's in here 20 years. You know, the sort of way. I don't know. You know what I mean? But when Derek Wright, a citizen journalist, can't walk down Moore Street in Dublin without being attacked, it's time to wake up. Moore Street is the most documented and photographed street in North Dublin, and it's gone ridiculous. It's gone. Yeah,
and they wanted to put an Ipas centre in there as well, and they didn't even tell the shopkeepers. They didn't even know about it because I did a post on it. Just shocking. Yeah,
it is. It is crazy. It is. Right, the Sean's Cabin thing. I'm going to go with this. I'm going to go with Philip. Have I got it downloaded? That? Yeah, Philip. It's only 2 minutes long, but Philip just gives you the gist of what's going on.
Right, guys, this is Sean Meehan's cabin here in County Tipperary. This is what they want Sean to destroy, knock down, and on his own piece of land here. And what a beautiful little spot, you know. And absolutely outrageous, folks. Afternoon, folks. Philip Dwyer here, citizen journalist. I'm in County Tipperary here. I'm at Sean Meehan's cabin. It's very a controversial issue going on right now in Tipperary, where the county council, the judiciary, the government are trying to get Sean Meehan to destroy that beautiful cabin and on his own piece of land. and he's refusing to do so. He's under threat of a prison sentence. And this is what Ireland has become. There's a housing estate built in County Wicklow, in Capura Estate there for refugees. Solid structures, concrete structures built with absolutely zero planning permission. And nobody, to my knowledge, is under threat of jail for building these structures. There's an appeal gone in to retain the structures, but they have been instructed to take down them, and nobody, as far as I'm aware, is being jailed over that issue. And then we have acres and acres of land around the country being filled with modular homes and mobile homes to house refugees. And Sean was due to appear in court this morning, and last night he was told by a solicitor, this is what I've been told now by Sean himself, that the solicitor had told him that his court case had been put back and his name wasn't on the list this morning. So this morning at half 11, he got a call from a solicitor and he was told he was due in court, and he couldn't make it into court, and a warrant now has been issued for his arrest. Absolutely outrageous carry on, and that's all the information we have at the moment. As yet, Sean is still a free man and he has not been arrested. So thanks everybody for listening.
Yeah, I just sent a message there to Shane. But again, as I said, his solicitors should be, they should be hung. I'm being honest with you. Like,
I know.
That's
I know.
crap.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
No. Yeah, it really is. Like, you know what I mean? And all because he wanted to, because like he has that.
Like, you look at where that log cabin is. Like, it's on his own land, but it's a way in. It's not affecting anything, so it's not. You know. Yeah. I mean, if you can, as I said, if you can build Ipas centres right, left and centre with no planning permission, this is an absolute joke.
Yeah, it is. It is. But
there was a question there for me in relation to something about a puppy. Somebody was asking me.
Okay, I didn't see it. I'm going to be honest now. I'm just going to bring in Shane James. Shane is actually down there at the minute live, so I'm going to bring Shane in and let him fill us in on what's going on. Hello there, Shane. How are you, buddy?
Hi, Shane. How are you?
What's the crack? I was at Sean's cabin all day and getting him in touch with the correct legal people to be talking to. And I left at 6:20 when 3 politicians arrived and brought him away for a spin. I'm trying to get contact with him now, but his phones were hopping all day. Hopping. And the man's head is bust. They're stressing him to death, as you well know.
Yeah.
They pulled the right fast one on him, didn't they? His own solicitor rang him yesterday evening at 7 o'clock and told him that the court case wasn't going ahead today and he had no need to show up. And then at 11 o'clock this morning, the judge issued a bench warrant for him because he refused to attend court. So it just goes to show the corruption in Ireland and what they're doing.
Oh, yeah.
It's fucking crazy. See, they don't want hundreds of people standing outside the door of the court supporting the man, because it makes them look like the criminals they are.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
But my own 2 phones are hopping all day. And I was actually hoping some of Drew's crew were going to turn up and try to arrest the man. And we know how they would have got dealt with.
Exactly.
They would have had to send a couple. They would have had to.
You're going off there for a second. Go on. You just froze there. It's all right, but as Shane is saying there. Yeah, he will. But as Shane was saying there would have been a lot of people. Sorry, you went off there, mate. Go on.
Yeah, no, my signal dropped there. There is a lot of people support that man. There's a lot of people support the fact that they're doing the wrong thing to kick Irish people out of their own properties. He only put a roof over his own head. That's all that man did when his relationship with his wife broke down. And his own beautiful house is just around the corner. But she owns that now, and we're dealing with that whole toxic movement that they get everything and you get fucked out and nothing. It's horrible what's going on. Look, we'll tell the truth and we'll say it how it is. Like, look, I'm not going to give long on this neither because my head is wrecked. Like, I nearly blew a fuse this morning. Yesterday evening when the news broke that his court case was going to be held off, it was like a little ray of sunshine. It was some good news. And then this morning they fucked us all over again. Like, it's insane what's going on in Ireland. And as all the people up the west know after that storm, They want us out of the country. They want us gone, and they're replacing us by all these other cunts and giving them everything for free. It's so insulting.
Yeah.
So I suppose the reality of it is it's planned. The solicitors are working with the judges. The judges are working with the bankers and the fucking local politicians. And I'm going to go out there first thing in the morning as well and make sure the man hasn't been arrested and get his opinion on what these politicians said to him. But then at 12 o'clock tomorrow, I have to help another friend who's had 2 heart attacks in the last couple of weeks because he's been evicted, and he has no place to get a roof over his kids' heads. And the man has literally had heart attacks. He's going for a double bypass in the next 2 to 3 weeks. And his landlord that who was trying to evict him wants an inspection of his house tomorrow. So I'm going to be there and make sure she can fuck right off as well. Like, but it's scary times in Ireland, and she can look like a pit bull all she wants. She'll run into a brick wall when I'm there, like, you know, but she's literally stressing this man to death. Like, but Sean Meehan is a good man. He is. And I think there's a GoFundMe there on Facebook. I haven't been on Facebook.
It's under his Facebook page, which is Save Sean's Cabin on Facebook.
Yeah, so look, if we can all actually start coming together and standing shoulder to shoulder, that's what they're most worried about.
Yeah.
Well, this is what Ross Lair's all about, isn't it? On Saturday, Shane. You know what I mean? We all
exactly, and we know all the division that happens in all the various groups, and we're trying to stop that, and we're trying to get people to understand egos and fucking bullshit needs to be put to bed. We need to be there for each other. And
at the end of the day, listen, if I don't talk to someone, I don't talk to someone. If there's 1,000 people there's 999 more people I can stand beside and talk to. I don't have to talk to the people I don't get on with. Simple as. And
100%.
And they're the same. Don't talk to me, you know?
100%. So anyway, I've had a long, stressful day, but Sean hasn't been arrested yet, as far as I know. He was collected by politicians, them traitor bastards. They're all taking the shilling. We know the crack. They might say the word.
Shane, do you know what politicians, like did Matthew McGrath here?
Matty McGrath, his daughter, and Chicken Brennan. Chicken Brennan is the lad that's profiting from it in Mullinahone or wherever the fuck he's from. He's Labour Party, but they're all Fianna Fáil behind it all. So that wasn't that what Matty was before he got kicked out or whatever happened. They're all playing for the same fucking team. They're all in each other's fucking pockets. So I told Sean before I left.
Go on.
I talked to Patrick McGreal and Bill Fitzgerald, a local man who ran into locals as well, but they know how to deal with the high courts and the forecourts and how to actually set up a proper judicial review. And I've got lads on it. We've spoke to them, and I told them before I left, just remember, anything them cunts tell you in the car or any deals they offer you now, it's just like taking the shilling as well. And Sean's brother did 20 years in Long Kesh. So you know who they are and what they're about. And hopefully he knows not to take the shilling as well. Fuck them. They're all traitors. Listen, I'm going to drop down there now again because I've got to go back and check on Nanny. But we're all living in the same hell. That's what it is.
Well, fair play to you, Shane. Good job.
Thanks
well
for coming
done.
on, and tell Sean we're all rooting for him. And I'll put up that GoFundMe there now in the next few minutes in the comments so people can help out if they can. Shane, you're a gentleman. Thanks very much. See you Saturday.
Thanks, Shane. Take it easy.
Cheers, bro. Bye. Fair play to Shane. He's been, like, honestly, he's everywhere. He's like the Gavin Pepper. He's like Gavin Pepper. He's everywhere. You know what I mean? And he's doing the videos.
He was heavily involved in Mount Bellery as well.
That's right. Yeah, he was. And
Shin Nadina.
They're all still involved with Shin Nadina. But I'm just gonna. Yeah, but what I can't understand is why doesn't his solicitors just have to go into court? You know what I mean?
Yeah, and, I know. Or his barrister or whatever. Like, do you know what I mean? Because this was done as a ruse.
Yeah,
it's very strange.
Exactly, yeah, it is very strange, to be honest with you. Now, it really is.
But then, what's not strange in this country these days, Paul? Like, honest to God, you know.
Tell me about it.
I'm just waiting for the aliens to come.
Are they not already here?
No. Because we're going to go with them. Yeah. It can't be any worse than what's going on here.
Yeah, it's true. That's from today. I don't want to show that. But I have another video there. Hang on, I'll just go through a couple of the comments there because it's no good putting them in. If God bless him, it's desperate. Yeah, it is. Fair play. Yeah, over All over 30s are being euthanized by 2030. Well, that's me gone. I was going to say that's me, but my dad's listening and I don't want anyone. Do we need a new party? Listen, we're trying our best here now. Like at the Ireland First, Anthony is the president of Ireland First now. We'll be moving into Ireland First, and then we will be rebranding. You know what I mean? That's going to happen in the coming months, and we're going to get candidates, good candidates. They'll be vetted. We'll have an AC of 12 people who will make decisions. It won't be just one man making decisions like it is in all the other parties. You know what I mean? We will be, don't trust politicians. My own comfortable cabin. Now, he must have his own cabin, you know what I mean? But even people, like, I know people have them out the back in their houses now, you know what I mean?
You'll be talking to me and Rosslair, Frank.
Frank, I will be, Frank, yeah, no problem. I will be talking to you. Matty gets a big vote. He does get a big vote, but Matty's only gone in there just to defuse this situation. That's all that is, like, you know what I mean? Hi, Michael, and Shawnee. Hi, everyone. Hello to Frank. His solicitor is part of the problem, for sake. Yeah, you're right, Paul. He is. You know what I mean? Lol, Orla. Yeah, okay. Davina O'Connor. This is that EU game. Welcome to the racist, the pity party. Come on, listen. I'm not going to put up any more of your comments, mate. If you're going to keep this bullshit up, like, you know what I mean?
Put him in the bowl corner.
After my dad died in 2018, I could not believe the corruption. All the parties only creating new branches onto corrupt branches. It's true. What's Jack saying? This is a big one. Drew, RUC, Backhurst, RUC, Godfrey Regulator, Mohawk Central Bank, McAleese, all infiltrated the Republic. You see the quiescent of the war criminal Blair, Clinton, so-called peace process. Yeah, it's all bullshit. It's all bullshit. You know what I mean? What's Paul saying? We haven't got 5 minutes, never mind 5 more years. Jesus Christ. Now, I'm sorry, girls, I said Jesus Christ, only because he said that, so that's all I was reading. I wasn't taking the Lord's name in vain. Sorry about that. Yes, we need a new party. We have a new party. It's an old party, but it will be rebranded into a new party. And please God, we can get a lot of people on board with us. As I said,
well, actually, Anthony made a lovely statement earlier on Twitter. Remember, I sent it on to you. I thought it was actually really nice the way he phrased it.
On Twitter, he put that up, did he?
No, I sent it on to you on WhatsApp.
Yeah, but I have Twitter open there, so I can just
go over to him. Yeah, I just thought it was really nice the way he phrased it.
Yeah, hang on there.
Yes, Michael, you should do. Yes, say it's a business.
What did Michael say?
Can I put a studio cabin in my backyard? And I said, yeah, say it's a business.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I'm not seeing that on Anthony's thing there. I'll.
Yeah, because you put it up on Twitter.
Yeah, no, I'll send it to you. You sent it to me.
Yeah. And I sent it on to you on WhatsApp.
Hang on there. Let me get WhatsApp there and I'll just see. Yeah, Paul. Yeah, no, I'll send it back on to myself there now in a minute. But yeah, it's studio. Sorry, let me just go through these now. Lads, we're flying in here. We're up to nearly 600 now. Grafting new party shoots onto an already corrupt corporation systems. Is that supposed to mean grifting? Is it grifting new party or grafting new parties? I don't know what she means by that. Shoots onto an already corrupt corporation system. But listen, Davina, someone has to try and do something. You have to be on the inside to try and get stuff done. Let's be honest. It's no good all of us saying don't vote. And I don't agree with that bullshit that people say, oh, don't vote, deregister, do this. Let's go back to the bun rock. Let's go back to this. We're fighting them with their law. So we need somebody on the inside that has a voice. That's what we need. That's why we're doing this. I don't want to be a politician. I never wanted to be a politician. I wanted to be left alone. But we haven't been left alone. That's the problem. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
They will control the Republic as they controlled Northern Ireland, control terror, wake up Ireland. Yeah, and that's what we're trying to do. We're trying to stop that. Davina, exactly, Lady of Early. Most of them got calorie plan offspring, can't accept, only go mad. Okay, I think I've told you how I feel about it. So, corrupt legislation and get the judiciary under control. Exactly, that's what needs to be done. And what's this? The whinging and whining. Oh, jeez, I didn't know that was you. That's I tell you. I work in the studio.
Put him in the ball corner.
Yeah, listen, I don't know how to put
work in the studio, Michael. Yes.
So what do you do there? Hold on. Let me see. Can I put him in the bowl corner? Ban user. There you go. Now, you're gone now. Okay? Drop shy. But, yeah, it's ridiculous, like, you know what I mean? But, hang on. Let me just... we done Stephen and Susanna. Philip, we done that. But, somebody sent me in a thing there just before we came live. And wait till you see this. This is the M50 Dublin. Two Muslim women pulled up on the lane of the M50 and started praying. Now, this is how it starts. They start praying everywhere so as they can let you know, listen, we can do whatever we want. You know what I mean? We can do whatever we want when we want.
Maybe we should start doing it. If the Angelus is 12 o'clock and 6 o'clock, maybe we should do it.
But this is it. There's people getting arrested in town for praying, like, you know what I mean? Like, we've seen it. There's videos out there, like, you know what I mean? What's this? If you don't whinge and whine, we get screwed. Exactly. What does that say? Fair play, Paul.
Was there something today? Now, I didn't see a news article on it. I just saw like a mention about was shots or something fired on the M50 or something today. But I didn't see anything more on it.
I didn't hear anything, to be honest with you.
Yeah, it said 2 shots fired, but that was earlier on today. But I didn't see, there was no news article or anything on it afterwards, so I don't know. Do you know?
I didn't hear anything.
Unless somebody got ahead of themselves and it was a car backfiring or something. I don't know. I definitely saw it, but I never saw anything afterwards about it. I
didn't see anything at all. I didn't hear anything about it. When I came across the M50 was like a bleeding car park. When I came across it, to be honest with you, today. I'm just looking for... I was looking for the Anthony thing. Just bear with me there, and I'll see. If
I only sent it over to you there on WhatsApp, so it should be probably your last message.
Orla, seriously, if you look at the amount of WhatsApp groups I'm in, Jesus Christ, I have to go looking for every. Oh, I said it again. Sorry, girls, I shouldn't have said that. But, yeah, I have it here now. I'm just
Paul, you'd make a fortune on a square jar.
Oh, that's what they keep saying to me. Yeah, they keep telling me that. But yeah, I'm just going to share this. This is what Anthony put up earlier. I'm just going to say, fair play, Paul. Getting bodies into government is the ultimate goal. Yeah, it can be seen as fruitless endeavour, but it's our only hope. Yes, it is.
We have to get nationalists in. Some way or the other, we have to get them in.
By voting, you're playing their games. It's only them who always wins, not the small people. Voting is an illusion to make you think you have power. If we did have power, they'd be long gone out of the doll. Okay, I get that. So what do we do, Lady of Earth? Do we just don't do anything, do we? If you have a solution, tell me the solution. And don't come up and tell me we'll go back to the 1939 Bunrock and we'll go back to this, because that's never going to happen. It's never going to happen, you know? So if you have something, come up and say it there if you want, because I think it's silly. Hi, forgot my name, Aidan Ken. Sorry, Ken Donnelly asked me, was there many people going to Rosslare on Saturday? As far as I know, there is a lot of people going to Rosslare, yeah. Men's Rosary Rally in Dublin. Yeah, that's another one that goes on. Jesus, I've seen that cat going behind you there. I didn't know what it was. Frank Barron.
That's Tom. Yeah, that's what Martin calls the Black Panther.
Elections are stolen, and they tell you they're doing it. They just don't term stolen. They change language and call it transfers. That's exactly what they do. Yeah. Probably the Muslims. Lol. The war against this land. Jesus, these are flying in. We stand on the shoulders of hundreds of generations. We have no skin in the game. It's our duty. I agree with you. You set up a political party, but also a political movement and pressure group. That's exactly what we're doing. There's going to be the political party. There's going to be the movement. The Patriots of Era is a good movement now, I have to say. I'm part of it, and we're doing Rosslare on Saturday. So please, if everyone can get to Rosslare, I'm going to play the video in a while. Why have the Irish abroad consistently being denied the vote? Exactly. I don't know why Irish people can't vote while they're away. They can do it in America. You know what I mean? Hello, Frank. That was a joke about the Muslims. Okay, fair enough. Davina. They didn't pass the on Bunrock into Ireland Dáil. It's bollocks court. I know. I've seen all of these things in the whole lot. What's the solution, Davina? Tell me what the solution is. Like, I'm all ears here. You know what I mean? I always wanted to move back to Ireland. Well, Yenatonian, I wouldn't bother me arse if I was you, because it's a kip. A kip. All of your cats are beautiful. Yeah.
Thank you, Michael.
Wait till Paddock comes on now in a while and the cats will be called something different. But hey, listen, we'll
It's a good sense of humour.
Paul, voters, counters should be named. Yeah, I agree with you, Vincent. Michael, what's that now? So you agree elections are stolen but still play in the system insanity. Okay,
but so what do we do?
What do we do, Paul? Can you tell me what we do, mate? Please.
Anthony was saying, right, that, you know, it should be like America, where you go in and you do your physical paper vote, and then there should be a digital vote and it goes up onto a screen so you can see it happening there and then. And that everything should be live streamed, do you know? And the hope then that no corruption will happen, you know. But sure, how do we prove it? I know Michelle Keane, I think, is going to the High Court over stuff, because I think she has proof in relation to herself.
Yeah. Just reading that from Ken Donnelly. What's going on with Bohemians giving refugees free tickets for a home match at the end of March? A proper 2 fingers to season ticket holders who spend 300 and 400 each year. A joke. Bohemians are a joke. Bohemians have been captured by lefties. You know what I mean? They have. Your man that's in there, I don't even know his name. I don't want to know his name. He's a friend of Philly McMahon's, and I think he's something to do with the fitness or whatever like that. Refugees welcome brigade. No. And we spoke about this last week on the show as well, because somebody wrote in saying, how did Bohemians get the first game of the season? We know it's a big Dublin derby and everything. It's because of the refugee welcome brigade. Palestinian flags flying, and no other flag should be flying in this country, only the tricolour. That's it. End of story. I'm sorry. I don't care. Okay, for a football match or something, yeah, put it out. If Palestine are playing or if Brazil are playing, yeah. Other than that, the tricolour should be the only flag flown from buildings in this country. And that's it. I'm sorry. You know? The lost Irish voting rights after 5 years in the UK. Okay. I'm just going to share this thing that you were talking about, Anthony. Yeah, I have it here. Just bear with me. This is what Anthony put out today. A professional and polished front with a strong Indigenous Irish focus. Policy written by experts in their field. This will not be my party. This will be our party. Well done. Fair play, Anthony. And that's exactly what it's going to be.
And that's the way it should be. It's not about me. It's about everyone.
Yeah. Dennis McGrath. What's Dennis saying there? Hang on. I'll just put this up there. Dennis McGrath left all the voting poll door open for someone to make sure vote go away. Blah, blah. See, but you have to look at this. All they're doing is sealing it with a blue. They seal the door with a little bit of tissue or a little bit of blue tape. What's that going to do? Anyone can go in there. You know what I mean?
I know.
Martina O'Toole, that's the truth. Yup. Thanks, Martina. Fair play to you. For healthy immigration system, strengthen borders, streamline legal pathways, address root causes, enforce laws, and enhance international protection. I agree. What happened? Yeah. And yet the Irish government made renewing my passport even more difficult. Yeah, because you're Irish. That's why. The Palestine, Ireland only. And it's, listen, I knocked on a couple of doors in a couple of areas and people asked me what my when I was doing the canvassing, you know what I mean? Well, what's your stance on Palestine? I said, I've no stance on Palestine. I said, I'm not saying I couldn't give a fiddlers about it. It's not my priority and it shouldn't be your priority either. This country is our priority and we're the ones that can only take this back. We can do nothing in Palestine. We can do nothing in Israel. We can do nothing in America. We have to do what we have to do here in this country to take back this country.
And look after our own people first.
Exactly. No immigrants. I agree with you. Now, Ireland is full. Like, we're losing our culture. We're losing everything. You know what I mean? Ken Donnelly, I don't care who you are. I don't care what your sister does down a dark alley late on a Saturday night. Who is going to Courtown after Rosslare get together? Yup, Mexico. We might just do that, Ken Lee. Yeah, we might. Yeah, that could be a good plan. You know what I mean? I can't renew my mom's. Just in saying that, I'd say Courtown would be locked down on Saturday. You know what I mean? It'd be like, I remember I used to go down to Achill Island all the time, and when the travellers used to come down, you know what I mean? They'd hit the first pub, and they'd ring every pub, and every pub would just close the doors and the windows. You couldn't go out the front to smoke or anything until the travellers went by. That'll be exactly the same way as it will be with us now on thing, you know. I can't renew my mom's Irish passport because they made it so difficult. Yeah, it's ridiculous. Ireland forced a party for the people, by the people, with the people. I agree with you. It won't be called Ireland forced. It's going to be rebranded. So we need to get that through as well. You know what I mean?
Mm.
Evening Sal, 100% commerce. I forgot my name. I only think there's Britain would fall a tyranny. Jesus, these are flying in, man. These are, like, I just can't keep up with these. The Dáil isn't an Irish government parliament. They are wet hat wearers and WHO members and globalist communists. Yeah, I agree with you. I really do agree with you.
You're right, Davina.
You really are, Davina. Okay, I'm just going to go with something here that... okay, just let me... right, I'm going to stop these for a minute so I can present this. Okay. Man jailed for offences during scuffle at anti-immigration protest. Okay. One thing off the bat. This wasn't an anti-immigration protest. This was, the lads were sitting up at the camp. It was a vigil. They were sitting there and 6 or 7 men appeared. I'll just read out what he was done on. Christopher Bourne, 29, pleaded guilty to a count of affray at a former Crown Paints factory site on Malahide Road, Coolock, above. A man has been jailed for offences including pushing an investigative journalist during a scuffle at an anti-immigration in Christopher Bourne from blah, blah, blah. He also pleaded guilty to assault of a prison officer in Mountjoy. Okay, that has nothing got to do with this. So see the way they blended everything into one, you know what I mean? That they started off with Crown Paints and now he has 75 previous convictions. And what I'll say about 75 previous convictions, okay, these young fellas are being, now I know he's 29, okay, but look, he probably has these convictions going from when he was 18 or 19, okay? Solicitors and judges, it's all corruption. The solicitor will tell these young fellas, you're going to be getting 6 months, and anyway, you may as well get this ran into your sentence, you know what I mean? That's how all these young fellas have these. And they tell the young fellas, plead guilty on it, it'll be quicker. I'm telling you now, lads, plead guilty on nothing. If you plead guilty, they tell you if you plead guilty, you'll get a lenient sentence. Well, that's not a lenient sentence, let me tell you. You know what I mean? And exactly, I'll tell you exactly what happened that day, but I'll just read this again, right? Bourne pushed and shoved the injured party. A group of 10 people came over to them. Okay, on April 6th last, an investigative journalist, his name is Paul Connolly, and he's a Slevene, okay? Who was not named in court. I'll tell you who he is. Paul Connolly is his name. And the other crew arrived at the site as part of a documentary. They did not arrive up there as part of a documentary. They arrived up there to cause trouble. There was videos on a phone there. There was a phone found after all the affray, the whole lot, there was a phone found on the ground. Okay? And I think this is what they done the unfla on. They attended undercover and set up a counter-protest in support of immigration, unfurling Irish flags with signs with refugees welcome here. A group of 10 people came over to them, demanding to know who they were and for what, and the injured part, and he asked Paul Connolly to remove his mask because nobody wears masks. You know, you're wearing a mask, you're Antifa. End of story. Demanded to know who they were. The situation escalated with the injured party telling Gardaí he was pushed, dragged, and felt afraid. Well, then he shouldn't have been there. He went there to provoke an argument. He went there to provoke the lads in Coolock. That's exactly what happened. You know what I mean? Bourne pushed and shoved the injured party during the incident, the court heard. When Gardaí arrived, they spoke to several people, including one. Clips relating to the incident circulated on social media, and Bourne was also identified. He was arrested on the 29th and made admissions. He made admissions that he did push him. No problem, he did push him. But they didn't know who these people were, and they wanted to know who they were. They wanted to take the mask off them because they feared for their lives. But the so-called far right aren't allowed fear for their lives. The lefties, they're all the good people. You know what I mean? And this is to show you that that's it. You know what I mean? But the investigating Garda agreed with Peter Lebris, defending that the injured party intended to hold a counter-protest to see what happened and was with the camera operators and others having been commissioned to make the documentary. Who commissioned them to make the documentary? There's none of that. Paul Connolly hasn't been seen or heard of since that because he's a scumbag. He's a propagandist scumbag. That's what he is. He also accepted the injured party was wearing a face mask due to concerns about doxing. Well, there you go. I'm doxing him now. Paul Connolly was his name. Okay. He was doxed already because everyone knew who the scumbag was. The court heard. Okay. And then what we'll do is here, we'll go to the bottom of it. Okay. And here we go. Judge Martin Nolan said Bourne has a terrible history of offending. He noted Bourne's guilty plea cooperation. He imposed a sentence of 3 years in relation to the offences in January 23 and a concurrent 2-year sentence for the assault on the prison officer. Judge Nolan then said the affair relatively serious in the context and imposed a 21-month sentence to run consecutive. So 3 years and 21 months, nearly 5 years he gave. The judge directed that Bourne should be given credit for any time served in custody. Now, that young lad's in custody months. He must be 6 or... I think he's in custody since he was arrested. He's nearly 9 months in custody. They never even let that chap out for his granny's funeral. And he was on remand. You know? But again, Judge Nolan. You know? Yeah. Judge Nolan gives this guy 21 months for that. Mm-hmm. And yet there was a man...
He's letting the rapists and paedophiles off. Yeah, we know.
A suspended sentence on Monday for having images of a disabled child being raped. Come on now. You know what I mean?
And a toddler.
Oh yes, and a toddler. Gee, Mac. I'm just going to stop sharing it there now because, yeah, he dropped the clanger. Hold on now. What are we saying here, Davina? Judges, solicitors, barristers, lawyers can't be legitimate because the doll isn't legitimate, full of WWF circle budget. Okay, yeah. Imagine him getting that and paedophiles getting off. Exactly.
You know yeah.
That's what I can't understand that. You know what I mean? It's really, I don't know. You know, I really don't know. I'm being honest with you. I'm going to send a message to Gavin to see does he want to come on. But yeah, sorry. Yeah, but I'm just going to pull down that now. That's Gavin. Let me just. I'll tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to just play Gavin. I'm going to play this. This is Gavin talking about Justice Nolan and his antics. So I'm going to share that. You can see it there. Okay.
How are you, folks? Councillor Gavin Pepper here. And this is the most disheartening video I feel I ever have to make. Less than 24 hours after being outside the courts in front of the media like RTE and all, calling for the resignation of the worst judge in this state, Judge Martin Nolan. He is struck again, as today he's gave a suspended sentence to another man, 51-year-old male that had child sex abuse images. This is the worst crime imaginable, child abuse. And we have sexual predators walking up and down this country, released continuously. Why is this? Is it because there's no room in the prisons and the politicians don't want to talk about it? We need a super prison for these sex offenders. They should never be released. It's as simple as that. You can't reform a paedophile, and there's nothing lower than it. I don't know what way this is working in this country because the politicians are not listening to how the people feel. An example is tonight on prime time on RTE, Miriam is talking about apartheid and the Palestinian issue. Every time you watch RTE nearly for the news, the first 15 minutes is about international affairs. Well, I'm going to be honest with you. I couldn't care less about what's going on in Palestine and Israel or what's going on with Ukraine wars left, right and centre at the moment. I'm more concerned about what's going on in our country. Our politicians wasted money on security hits and bike sheds. They're spending millions helping illegal immigrants in hotels across the country while their own people can't get a house and are struggling with bills. And kids are being abused. And the predators that are doing it are walking free. Now, I'm giving the government to the end of the week to sort out the justice system and call for judicial reform and to make child abuse illegal. It's mad to have to say that, but we need to make child abuse illegal and to send these sexual predators away to the rest of the days. Failure for you to do this will show the entire nation that you don't care about the safety and well-being of your children, that they mean nothing to you. And I'll do something I don't do. I'll be calling for a big protest and hoping that every grandparent, mother and father, auntie and uncle of every child in this country marches in solidarity with me to the door to call for the resignation of the worst judge in this state, Judge Nolan, and judicial reform. It shouldn't have to come to that we're asking for this. But we've had enough of it. It's time to start putting their people first. Because your eyes seem to be more concerned about what's going on outside of Ireland than what's going on inside of Ireland. Enough is enough. Let's put security and safety of the kids of this country top of our priority list.
Well said, Gavin Pepper. Yeah. And I'll be honest with you, I'll stand front and centre with him while walking on that march because that's what needs to be done.
But we're sick to death of it, Paul. I cannot count how many times I've called out Judge Nolan. Do you know, it's just shocking.
Somebody's asking there, please get Gavin on, Paul. Listen, I've sent it on to him. I'm going to be honest with you. Gavin is, people don't realise how busy Gavin is at the minute. Gavin, it must be the busiest councillor in Dublin City Council, okay? Plus, he's a taxi driver. Plus, he has 5 young kids. You know, it's hard. You know what I mean? 6. Well, he has 6. Yeah. But yeah, he has 6. Yeah, but he has. I think he's 4 young kids. Look, there's 2. But you know, but look, he is very busy.
But there's an open invitation to Gavin. He can come on to any stage. He knows that.
Yeah, I send this to Gavin every night. You know what I mean? If he can come on, he can come on. If he can't, he can't. Gavin's been on the show a good few times. Like, you know what I mean? Yeah. So he knows he's more than welcome to come on. You know what I mean? But I'm just gonna drop that down there. Let me sorry, Gavin Pepper. Just gonna drop that down there.
Yeah, WEF circle badge wearer. Well, that says it all. That's all we need to know. Exactly.
Now you have it. Now you have it.
Don't forget to play that video I reminded you of today. Do you know the one down from is it Wexford or Waterford?
Did you send that to me?
It's on WhatsApp. I sent you the reminder of it.
Yeah, I think I'll check it on WhatsApp there now.
Yeah.
Was that the one from
it's at Waterford. It's at Waterford it is. It's for the new Ipas centre, but I just think people need to see where it's situated.
Yeah, I'll check now. I'll send it on to myself there now. But for now, Mr. Jim O'Callaghan, 16 Policies Club, yeah, they're all the same.
Yeah. You see Mary Lou around wearing hers as well. Yeah, exactly, Dennis.
What did Dennis say? Sorry. They have room in prison, Enoch Burke and the Burke family. Yes, it's, you know what I mean? 6 on the last count. Alan Kelly posted it. Alan Kelly changed planning law for hotels, etc. in 2015 so they could change use without going through central planning. Same year, Varadkar signed the UN Plantation Pact. How much did Declan Kelly's make? Yeah, exactly. WEF is corrupt. We know. Frank Barron,
that's a very nice word for what they are.
Poor Enoch Burke, bless him. Yeah, 40 minutes away. Sorry, I have 2 sheds out in my back garden, a play shed for my grandchildren because I look after them and the garden shed. Yeah, I'm the same. I have where I am here now.
Be very careful, Mary, now, because the council might come and tell you they have to be taken down.
Well, do you know what I did? I built this out of wood. Okay, this is built out of shiplap, and I have polycarbonate on the roof, and we have the washing machine out here. I have a 55-inch telly there. I have all the internet. I have a sofa bed there. And in this corner, this is my studio. By the way, this is not my room. That piano was not mine. That's all fiction, that piano. You know what I mean?
That's Elton John's.
That's not my piano. You know what I mean? That's Elton John is going to come in now in a minute.
You do a song at the end. Here, do you know what you could do? The Lion King. Song from The Lion King.
Stop with it. Yeah. Hi, Dora Marie. Yeah, okay. Yeah, but as I said, this is here, and this is built out of wood because it's classed as a movable object because it's built out of wood, you know, that sort of way. And it's the same. My ma has 2 or 3 sheds out the back. She has one for the unflit as well, one for my nephew, he has his own little room, and it's brilliant, like, you know what I mean? It really is. I got a few letters from the council, wanted to check them out. What has it got to do with them? What have I got? Why have I got my property? And I own it. Yeah, it's true.
Yeah,
like, you know what I mean? What you do on your property is your business, like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It is your business, you know what I mean? But let me just have a look there. Jesus Christ, we're flying it there, people. If you can share this out, share it out, please, people, because we need to be getting this out to everyone. Well done, 700 viewers. Fair play to everyone. If you want to do the comments there, put in the comments. You can do the comments on the Irish channel live, or you can put in comments there on Twitter or Facebook. I must check my Facebook there because there could be comments coming in there. But usually everything comes in through the bottom here. So you can get us on Fitzy Dub, Paul Fitzsimons, and the Irish channel. And you can also send us in a text on 089 203 1521. And if you want to buy us a coffee, which will help us a long way for keeping this going, like, it doesn't pay for itself. I have to pay for everything, you know what I mean? So listen, if you can buy us a coffee, please do. If you can't, it doesn't really matter, like, you know what I mean? But hey, we got a couple of coffees now on Tuesday, and fair play to them, people. Thank you very much. It's much appreciated. But a few letters to the council. Okay, yeah. We need vigilante justice. I'm going to be honest with you. We had this with Herman Kelly came out and said that Sinn Féin were vigilantes and we were vigilantes and we were thrown out of the party because of this. We don't need vigilantes. We need people in the community who will just walk around and make sure the communities are safe. Now, Sinn Féin have started doing that. They're going to start doing it in other areas. I was talking to the Coolock group today, and they are going to start doing it themselves as well. That's what we need to do. Concerned parents need to get out and start beating the street
and
themselves. You know what I mean?
community. It's a community group. That it is not a vigilante group, and none of us were kicked out of the IFP. We all resigned.
Yeah.
So that's nonsense.
Yeah, I know. It's bullshit.
Yeah.
What's this one here? I could see the Irish were being taken advantage of in the 90s, and it broke my heart. We're in the UK. I could see what was happening. I'm going to be honest with you. I couldn't see it because I was living the high life. I was enjoying myself, and in the 90s, I'd no kids. You know what I mean? In the 2000s, I'd no kids. I only had kids in 2012.
In the 90s, I was too young to have kids, Paul.
yeah. Well, I wasn't. Like in the 90s, I was raving and partying, and I loved the dancing and all that. You know what I mean? I really did. You know what I mean? It was great crack. You know what I mean? But and I never cared about anything. You know what I mean? I had the money there. I had a few quid. I was working. I was driving a taxi. I was married. I had a big house. I had all of that. Nothing. It was closed my door. I didn't give a shit about anything. It's only in the last few years since COVID kicked in that I really copped on to what was going on. Like I was at the water protesting the whole lot. But, you know, we need more people out. We really do. Neighborhood watch. That's exactly it. Watch, that's what we need. You know what I mean? Like not the Garda neighborhood watch, our neighborhood watch. You know what I mean? Irish natives, all good native. Hope you're good. Sorry, that's to them. Michael McDowell realised we were becoming the Lagos Express. Well, we are. Yeah, we are, to be honest with you. It's ridiculous. But yeah, we had talking about the city not being safe. We had Pierce Doherty talking to Helen McEntee today. Let me hear this.
Minister, have you a problem answering the question? You stated as Minister for Justice that Dublin City was safe. You're surrounded by Gardaí as you did your walkabout through the city centre. The Minister for Justice has told us that parts of Dublin City are not safe. He hasn't told us where. He hasn't told us what he's going to do about it. I'm asking you, as the former Minister of Justice, do you agree with him? Second question is, he now tells us that we need more laws in terms of knife crime. Do you agree with that? And why didn't you do anything about this when you were Minister for Justice? When did the penny drop that we have a serious problem in relation to knife crime in terms of this city and elsewhere? And the third question is, do you not accept that we simply do not have enough Gardaí, and over your tenure as Minister for Justice, you didn't reach the targets that were set year after year?
Yeah, there you go. You know, that was her today. You know, I didn't see what her...
She looks like, what's that saying? What's this? A deer in headlights.
But she is a deer in the headlights. You know what I mean? Let's be honest about it. You know,
a puppet. She's like the rest of them. She's a puppet. She's just doing as she's told.
Yeah, exactly. And the husband,
and that's how she got the new cushy role as a Minister for Education. And her husband, you know, has a business selling drugs for trans people. Like, just ridiculous.
Yeah, armed Gardaí. Yeah. Not just knife crime, immigration, legal, and yeah, you're right. You're dead right.
Close the borders might help.
Close the borders, exactly. Close the borders. And I'm going to be honest with you. I only found this out yesterday. Sorry, I won't forget how Niall McConnell caught Doherty out on a lie last year. Yeah, I remember it well. I think we featured it on the show here. But I only found out today that they're calling the Soweto Express or something. They're calling the Belfast train down from Belfast. And they've actually put on more trains. There's a train from Belfast every hour, I heard today. Like they used to only have 2 or 3 a day. Or I don't know exactly how many, but apparently there's one coming in nearly every hour. Like, what's that telling you? There's no customs checks at Connolly Station. They could be carrying in anything coming through there. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Do you have any comment?
Is that him there? No, hold on.
No, Mary Rose. Do you have any comment?
Isn't that the thing that Nick Delahunty called out there?
That's exactly what Nick called out. Yeah, I don't agree with it at all.
Yesterday, I did a feature. I did a post yesterday on, I think he's from Afghan. and he stole 42,000 social welfare, and he had a fake passport. So again, how did he get into the country if he had a fake passport? And now he's after stealing 42,000, and he's getting free legal aid, which is more taxpayers' money.
Yeah, exactly. Like, you know what I mean?
It's just shocking. It's absolutely shocking. And then they turn around and say, "Oh yeah, they're vetted." No, they're not.
They're not vetted. Speaking of vetting, okay, I'm just going to go with this. This is Malachi's son, Rob. Okay, Rob, I have to say, is pumping out some great videos too. Fair play to him. I don't think his dad was well. I don't think Malachi was well for a while, but fair play. I hope Malachi gets better. But I'm just going to play Rob here, and we'll come back.
So today in Bizarro land, we have Minister for Children, Disability and Equality, Fianna Fáil TD, Norma Foley, coming out to say that there's no such thing as unvetted. So firstly, let's look at what exactly the term vetted or to vet means. So to vet is to make a careful or critical examination of something. It's to screen, assess, evaluate or investigate someone thoroughly, especially in order to ensure that they are trustworthy. In this case, we want to make sure that they're trustworthy because they will be roaming the same streets as their family, as their friends, as their children, which is not too much to ask. One of two things is happening here. One, she's telling the truth and they are vetted and they are screened, in which case a man was able to roam these streets after being issued a deportation order in Italy, being charged with rape, fleeing to the UK and then making his way to Ireland to pretend to be an asylum seeker. Or, number two, she's lying and they're not vetted, in which case a man was able to roam these streets after being issued a deportation order in Italy, being charged with rape, fleeing to the UK and then making his way to Ireland to pretend to be an asylum seeker. Either way, we end up with the same result. The asylum process is ineffective and puts Irish people and genuine immigrants at risk. I want to know is how you could possibly vet them when 60% of them lose their documents on the plane, as confirmed by Michael O'Leary.
How come people are arriving on Ryanair flights and other flights without documentation? Because they flush them down the toilet, or they arrive at Dublin Airport and they flush them down the toilet. I mean, it's a complete scam. And these are not refugees. One of the things that drives me nuts in Ireland is we treat people as refugees who are coming from the UK or from France. Nobody got to Ireland from Afghanistan or from Kenya or from Nigeria or from Syria on a direct flight, because there aren't any.
Now, when somebody's destroyed their passport on the plane, you have no idea who they are. You only have their word to go by. And considering that person has just destroyed their passport, their word isn't worth very much.
There you have it. You know, and he is right. You know what I mean?
Yeah, he is. If you have nothing to hide, you wouldn't be destroying your passport.
Yeah. It's,
you know, like Paul, me and you can't get into a country without our passport.
I'm going to be honest with you. I used to go to America all the time, and the hoops you had to jump through.
Oh, I know. I've been to America. I know.
You know, it's crazy.
Did you find that video I sent you over Waterford?
I'm getting it now. Yeah. No, I have it there now. But this is what. Like Rob is talking about this, you know what I mean, and it's crazy. Yeah,
he's like, you know, he's Malachi's son.
Yeah, he's a good lad. You know what I mean? He is a good lad. You know, he's a good guy. But hang on, I'll just see. I'm gonna actually just play Malachi there for a minute. Okay, I have Malachi here, so I'm gonna play Malachi for a minute. Malachi is just talking about the Suzanne and the attempts of the government to silence us from talking, and that's exactly all they're doing, is silencing us from talking.
In the past year, the Irish government has been at lengths to stop your free speech. They attempted to bring in draconian legislation so that you wouldn't be able to see and hear what people like me and others are saying, to cover up what's happening in this country. J.D. Vance in Munich last week pointed out the attacks on free speech in Europe. Yesterday we learned that Gript and other news organisations were targeted by the special branch in this country. They went to the district court and got orders directing X to reveal IP and contact details and private messages. This is a fundamental breach of the concept of free speech and of journalism. Journalists exist to report on the facts. They are not government mouthpieces. Only for X refused to give this information to the state, God knows where we would be today. We know that RTE, the state puppet broadcaster, handed over footage they had taken of protests in the country. Was that done on foot of a court order, or did they just voluntarily do it? For years saw journalists in Timpock dictatorships and in the UK maintain the integrity of the journalistic process, refusing to reveal their sources. This government has decided that you are not entitled to hear the truth. You are not entitled to hear any view which contradicts their view. And we know one thing for the past 2 years, since November 2022, is that everything that this government tells us is a lie. And on a daily basis, those lies are being revealed. Gript and other media outlets who are prepared to publish the truth and refuse state funding must be supported. And I call on the NUJ to come out now in support of those journalists in Gript and the Irish Inquiry who are on the coalface and whose livelihoods are being threatened by this state.
Well done, Malachy. Fair play to you. Well done
Fair
to
play to him.
Malachy. Fair play to him, I have to say, yeah.
I see Martin put up a post. Hi, Martin. Why aren't you coming on?
It's not. That's when I put up the post to buy us a coffee, it goes on my channel, Martin's channel, and
I thought it was Martin.
That's what I thought last week. I put up
Martin, come on.
Yeah. I only found out about that happened last week because somebody put in about me coursing, and I put up, are you taking the piss? And next thing Martin put it up and Anthony put it up, and I said, are they on already as well? And then I only twigged it then, you know what I mean? Yeah. But did anyone see the thing going around about Herman? Did you see it? The picture about Herman going to
oh yeah.
Have you seen it? It's you know, I'm gonna just show it because it is funny, like, you know what I mean? It really is, you know what I mean? So if anyone hasn't seen this, this is funny. Now, I'm not taking the piss out of anyone. I'm just saying this is good, you know. Yeah. So if you can read it there, breaking news from Ivermectin. Now, Ivermectin is obviously
Ivermectin, I know.
President Donald Trump has invited Herman Kelly to attend the annual St. Patrick's Day celebrations in the White House, snubbing pro-Hamas Taoiseach Micheál Martin in the process. Writing on Truth Social, Trump called Mr. Kelly the real leader of the Irish. You know? Just sorry, bear with me there. Yeah. So, listen, I was on Truth Social. I've checked it out, the whole lot. But then somebody else posted, the same fella posted this one here. Look. Isn't that's fucking hilarious? That's actually Ciara Connolly, okay, and Herman with a Jewish cap on, and lads, come on, like they'll do anything to try and discredit people, you know what I mean? But listen, Herman's after putting on a few pounds, you know what I mean? He has, hasn't he? Since the last time I seen him. But yeah, that's it's crazy, like, you know what I mean? It really is, you know. But
what people come up with.
Listen, I know. Let me just look here. Protest Patriots, where are we? Patriots, yeah, I'm gonna actually send a couple of the lads the link to come on. Okay, now in a minute. So what I'll do is I'll play the Patriots Averted video that we have for Ross Lair, and I'll invite a couple of them in for a few minutes because we can do another probably half an hour if you're all right with that, Orla.
That's fine.
Yeah. Sure. What else would you be doing on a Thursday night?
What would I be doing on a Sunday night, a Tuesday night, or a Thursday night?
Herman kisses the wall. Lol, that's unreal, Martin. I hear the government are working on new legislation that hands arrangements with the North. I don't know. Herman Kelly is a handsome looking man, though. He is, yeah. Ciara Connolly's a handsome looking man too, let's be honest. But they kissed the wall. Yeah. Hang on. The Herman signed up a WEF circle badge wearer. I don't think he is. No, I don't think so, Davina.
I've never seen him wearing that.
Never seen it. Like, he talks about it all the time. He doesn't agree with any of that. You know what I mean? Well, from what I know, you know what I mean? Like, and I was close enough to him for a couple of years, you know. The Third World Army is being created in the Ipas. And again, if anyone, I've nothing against Herman. I've no problems with Herman. I just thought that was very funny, and I just thought people would get a laugh out of it. You know what I mean? The drive through fucking town is possibly the most depressing experience I've ever had. Absolutely infuriating and saddening in equal measures. Yeah, I agree. You know what I mean? I agree.
Era, of course. Which town are you talking about? Is that are you talking about Dublin, or is it a different town? Not that I think it makes much difference these days.
I don't know what you mean.
See, the drive through town, yeah. Yeah, he just says town, but I mean, what town is he talking about? Is that Dublin?
I'd say
Like
it's Dublin.
City?
I'd say he's talking about Dublin, yeah,
Well,
definitely.
look, it's probably most towns these days.
Oh, it is most towns.
Come round to Carlow and you know where you are.
Yeah, exactly. It's crazy, like, you know what I mean? I'm trying to process this in here and it's not coming in. It's giving me an error. Okay. Let's
What
just
is?
play it from there. Just bear with me. Let me just... it's not letting me download the actual video from the Patriots of Era for some reason. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to play this video through the thing here. Okay, and I'll come back and talk about it now in a minute. Okay.
The further this goes along and the further that it remains aggressive on the streets, the further they're going along in their plan. You know, the idea what we all should be working towards is how can we scupper those plans? And the best way to scupper those plans is take the money out of their pockets. The people that are giving them the money are the mega corporations, mega hauliers, and the lads that are trading in this country. If you want to continue trading in the country, lads, we want that country back. If the government want their money to be brought through the lobbying and they want their donations for the political parties, well, they're going to have to play ball with us because we're not going to be playing ball with them. Eric, what you said earlier on, what the lads are saying there as well, yeah? It's only going to work if everyone fucking unites. They want, I don't know who's, we're going to have to turn, like, people are going to have to leave fucking egos or little things, or this one, he said that, or she said that, and come together as one, or we're never going to defeat this. It's simple as that. There's certain people that, when we have certain people that fucking, you might think certain things about certain people, this fucking movement, put it in your back pocket. This is for all our children. This is for the future of this country. That's all that we have to go under. All our fucking innocent children. Their God-given birthright that we're fighting for here. Right? And the future of this state of Ireland. That's all you have to go on, right? And fuck all that. He said, she said, whatever. You don't have to live in anyone's fucking pockets when this is all over, lads. You know what I mean? Get the fucking job done. You move on. That's it. Simple as fucking that. God bless everyone this week. Eric Brad. See you on Saturday.
Now, again, fair play. Lovely. That's a brilliant video, I have to say. Did you like me, the picture of me with the hand up? It looked
yes, good. Yeah. I tried screenshot it and sent it on to you earlier on.
Did you? Yeah.
I did, yeah. Because I put it up I put it up on my page, you know. So I put it up my page, but it's very good now, I have to say.
Yeah,
but he's right, like, I mean, it's absolutely like this nonsense of nationalists fighting among each other is just ridiculous. Like, you'd swear to God, like, I'm a while out of school now. I can't be dealing with that crap.
Yeah,
people need to grow up.
Yeah, love Ferg, Irish patriot ledge, is a legend. He is. Ferg is a good guy, I have to say. He is. I like Ferg as well. I've been with Ferg from the start. Like, Ferg was one of the first people I met. I said this before, outside the prison with Enoch Burke that time, and he was there every day. I'll take my hat off to him. Fair play to Ferg. You know what I mean? He's a good guy. You know what I mean? Islam is the broom in which we will all sweep. Yeah. Davina, USAID funded Rainbow Communist Globalist Machete Wielding says, yeah. Martina O'Toole, lovely song, and I love it. Yeah, fair play, Martina. Thanks very much.
Who's talking on the video?
Ferg.
Oh, it's Ferg Power, is it?
It's Ferg. Eric does the first bit, and then Ferg does the
Oh, right.
next
Okay. I
bit.
wasn't sure.
Yeah. Divide and conquer. That's what they want to do, but they're not going to do it. You know what I mean? See you in Rosslare, Hermo. If you have room, bring the Hoover. Hermo, is that Herman? I don't think Herman will be going to that now, to be honest with you. Herman already called the protest for the 1st of March at the Custom House as well. So bad idea for Irish to vote overseas. They will rig it. Okay. USA, Herman, I couldn't warm to it. Look, my 2 cents, as I've met Herman and couldn't warm to him. Listen, there's a lot of people don't like Herman. Herman's like Marmite. You either love him or hate him. You know what I mean? And I have to say, I got on well with him. I got on very well with Herman. It was just we fell out over 1 or 2 things that I didn't like happened, and that's why I left. And that's the only reason why. I never had a problem with anyone in the party, or anyone going to the St. Patrick's Day parade in Dublin. I'm going to be honest with you, Kiki, I'd be staying away from Dublin. People were talking about having a march in Dublin the whole lot. I won't be going near Dublin. I'm being honest with you. I won't. Fucking stupid singing songs while out on the streets while trying to highlight issues. Party vibe achieves. Oh God. Okay, well, what do you want us to do? Shout at Gardaí and everything else? We need to be doing, if we're doing this, we need to be doing this peacefully. You know what I mean? That's what we need to be doing. But, look, I asked a couple of the lads, did he want to go? Okay, that's cool. There's a lot of them are busy, so they can't come on. But I'll play that again before the end of the show, and I'll give them a big up. Davina O'Connor, a few million Irish could never fund the whole sort of open borders, globalist, communist thing. Yeah, I agree. I do agree. But then we have, I'm just going to share this as well. This is Norma Foley, the failed education minister. Okay, now she's been put in charge of the children in the country. No matter what way you look at it, no matter who you believe, the vetting system for Ipas applicants arriving into Ireland is failing. Yeah, a senior minister defended screening process in the international protection application system, insisting that everybody is vetted. They are not vetted. If they were vetted, we wouldn't have had Ashling Murphy being killed. We wouldn't have had the 2
gay men up in Sligo.
Yes,
the children been stabbed, and everything else.
We'd have had none of this. You know what I mean? We wouldn't have had the murder last Saturday in town. We wouldn't have had the 3 people getting their throat cut in Stoneybarrow. We wouldn't have had the migrants fighting in the middle of Eden Quay last Saturday night or last Sunday night.
Yeah, I know.
Straight after. We wouldn't have had the woman who was attacked in Cork, the woman who was attacked in Galway. These things are all happening. You know what I mean? But listen, we know these people aren't vetted. You know what I mean? We know for a fact that these people
we know.
Frank, what about you? Okay. We have to keep up a presence on the streets when it matters, but we need to come together, not single towns. Yeah, I agree with you. I do agree with you. I'm just going to see what other videos I have there now.
Did you get the Waterford one downloaded?
I might have been looking for it there now. Hang on. You sent it
to
me, didn't you?
Yeah. It shouldn't be too far back, because I sent a reminder over it.
Yeah. Okay, no problem. That's just the lads coming back to me there. Jesus, the amount of messages I have gone through this is just ridiculous. Like, yeah, you would have sent it to me today. You sent me that Norma Foley thing as well, didn't you?
Yeah, I did, yeah.
But it's only today you sent this, wasn't it, this video? Oh, I have it here, yeah.
No, I think I sent you a reminder, to make sure that we played it, because I think it's really important for people to see where they're looking to put. I think it's 300 men.
Yeah, I'm sending that on there now. I'm sending it on to myself there, and we play that in a minute. But,
I'm the equivalent of, what am I? The equivalent of your RTE correspondent.
Exactly, yeah.
All the details.
Remember when you first started off, all live from Japan? Was it your reporter live from Japan?
Oh my God, no, from Japan, because when I first started doing this, I used the laptop, and whatever was wrong with the laptop, I kept cutting in and out, and you started slagging me, saying I was like the Japanese correspondent coming in and out.
yeah, I know. I'm just gonna see can I download this now?
I know.
Yeah, it's sent to me there now. Bear with me.
And look where I am now, Paul. Isn't it just shocking?
I tell you.
3 nights a week.
You're flying, you're flying, I have to say, really. But I'm gonna just share this. This is just the screen. I'm gonna share the screen there again because it doesn't seem to be downloading there for me, So this is Waterford, isn't it, Orla?
I think it's, or no, is it Waterford or Wexford?
I think it's important that people realise what we're dealing with here. This is the proposed Ipas centre in the Shannon and Esparty. That's the front door of the Ipas centre. And this is the front door of Temple Shannon Community and Childcare Centre with a preschool. So I ask you, if in any other area or part of the world where an Ipas centre will be put next door to a preschool, 50 metres away is the entrance to Colossia Breen, a secondary school for young women. Again, where's the joined up thinking here? This cannot be allowed to happen.
Yeah. I think that's Wexford, yeah. Yeah, I see
It's
that.
yeah, it's Wexford, yeah. But look at it, it's literally 2 feet from the door of the creche, and literally then another few feet up is a girls' secondary school. Like, Jesus Christ almighty. Like, if that's not saying something, I don't know what is.
Carlo, Maria Hunter there. My daughter lives in Carlow Town, Orla, and she got a taxi from Carlow Cabs. The taxi driver was a foreigner who berated her for being out at 8 at night. She was both terrified and angry. Yeah, it's
I never heard about that, Maria.
No.
Oh my God. And you see, I drive, so I don't use taxis.
There it is there. Is that the old Good Shepherd School in Manor Street, Waterford? I think that one is in Wexford, is it? Or,
no, it's
I
Wexford.
Don't know
it's at Enniscorthy in Wexford.
Yeah, okay.
But like, what are they doing putting them all beside schools? Like, this should be really concerning. I saw it there at St. Bridget's. You know what I mean? 500 feet away is the girls' school as well. Now, it's not all men that's in there. There is a lot of men, but there is women and children. This is in Carlow now.
But I think that one in Wexford, didn't the school come out and say that they welcomed it or something like that? I remember reading.
And then parents were saying they were going to start taking their daughters out. Like, that's just shocking. And like, to have like just look, like, there's that much distance. Where's my cans? That much distance, like, between like the 2 front doors. That is shocking. You know, that's to me now, I actually think that's quite scary.
Yeah, yeah.
And in all fairness, there's a councillor, 2 councillors, as far as I know, because I did an article on it. 2 councillors called it out in Wexford. So fair play to them.
Yeah, exactly. What's going on there?
Oh, yes. Yes. Is it Wake Up Air is doing it? Yeah, because remember I did a video on the Dublin City Council. Remember they were whinging and whining about their rules and regulations in relation to the homeless charities, like the soup kitchens, feeding people on the streets. Because obviously rules and regulations are more important than people starving on the streets. Of course they are.
Well, that's exactly what this is tomorrow. This is what they're doing. They're going to the council offices tomorrow to hand in this at 12:30. So
I think it's Wake Up Air is doing it.
Yeah, Wake Up Air is doing an information drop.
And then there's probably some of the Soup Crowd ones, because I know Liberty Soup Run, they were giving out about it as well, because they do fantastic work. Like this, it's just shocking to think that this is where their priorities are. They're more worried about rules and regulation than people on the streets. I'm more worried about people getting fed.
Yeah. There's a Debs taking place in the Ashbourne Court Hotel, which is an Ipas centre. So people, if your kids are going to a Debs there, listen.
But how is there a Debs? Because normally the hotels are closed.
No, only part of the hotel. A part of the hotel is being used by migrants. And what I was told was in one of the groups yesterday of a guy who worked with a guy who was in the Ipas centre, that there was a big investigation into it there, that the girls were getting spiked in the bar there in the hotel, and it was closed down for a while because of it. So people, be vigilant here. If your daughters or sons are going, your sons as well, it's not just your daughters. These people don't give a shit. These people don't care. You know what I mean? It's all sex to them. It doesn't matter, like, you know what I mean?
They're raping young men as well.
Now you have it. You know what I mean? That's what they do. You know what I mean? So hold on a minute. So the taxi licensing system is able to license these people. It seems public servants are forced to implement the fascist, corrupt rules and regulations. Well, I'll be honest with you. I only heard that in order for you to pass your taxi test, an Irish person has to get 80% or over. A foreigner only has to get 60. Now, where is the fairness in that? I drove through an Ipas centre last year. I done a video. I think I done it on this, and I counted 12 taxis in the underground car park. Like, these people should not be driving taxis in this country. End of story. And the question I'll ask is, how can a foreign man coming into this country know more about Dublin and driving a taxi than an Irish man, a Dublin man who has lived here all his life?
Exactly.
It just beggars belief. It beggars
and
belief.
I've heard of stories as well of where you could have a few of them living in the one house and they have a taxi and they're literally driving that taxi 24. Yeah, 24/7, because one's coming off shift, another one's going straight on. So like the taxi doesn't stop. That's how they're making the money. Do you know?
Of course. There's Fionnuala there just said, my daughter went to a pre-Debs there on Monday night. And how did everything go, Fionnuala? Was it okay, or did she report back anything or anything like that? Having a Debs on an Ipas is a perfect example of stochastic terrorism. Yeah, exactly, Chris. So I'd be interested to see who actually owns the firm. Rape and pillage. Yeah, there we go. Male rape is a serious issue, not just on the gay scene. No, I agree. Transition year students, big buses of them from Clondalk and Leisureplex up to Ashbourne. And how did it go? Was it okay? Did the kids say anything happened? You know, like that?
Yeah.
Because
there's a Steady Eddie made a good point there. The last comment.
What did you say? Hang on, Steady Eddie. Where are you? Rape and pillage?
No.
Steady Eddie. Is that it there? All incentives. Yeah. For non-nationals. Yeah, it's true.
Which they're getting, is it 30 grand or whatever to set up a business?
Yeah.
That's why there's so many phone shops and barber shops and whatever else shops, kebab shops. That's why there's so many of them.
Yeah, it's true. It's true. I saw one leering at a young lady today. She hurried away. Listen, it's happening everywhere. It's happening. A shared taxi will possibly mean they are overcrowding the house. Well, I'll give you one. You probably heard me talking about this a few weeks ago. What happened was a friend of my father's. I think he's a mechanic or something, whatever. But he bought a brand new electric yoke. And what happens is, if you buy an electric yoke, you only have to use it for 2 years before you can use it as a private car. Okay, so he bought a brand new electric yoke, rented it out as a taxi, as I said. And he gave a Pakistani fella, gave it to him, the whole lot. And your man happened to be in one of the garages, the garage where he bought it or something, about 4 weeks later. And he's seen his car there, ready to go into the garage. He says, your man, he said, what's the story with that? He said, why is that? Oh, see, there's a bulb gone in it. Whatever way the bulb had to be done, it had to be brought in and done. The bulb was broke. And when they checked the mileage on it, there was 24,000 miles on it in 4 weeks. 24,000 miles. Like, round the clock they were driving the car. There was another Pakistani fella getting in, and should they all look the same? You know what I mean? They do. I'm being honest with you. They all do. So this is what was happening around the clock. Your man took the car back off, and 24,000 in 4 weeks. Should that be 100,000 in bleeding 4 months on a car? Like, you're only supposed to do, like, taxis. Okay, is different, but a normal car is only 12,000 a year. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Good night, Frank. Blessed be, brother. Yeah, there's a lot of people. Fair play to you all heading off. Thank you very much. And thank you very much for tuning in, the Lorries, because we'll finish up in the next few minutes. I just want to go with the trans thing now in a minute. But
yes.
Yeah, I'll go with it in a minute. And let me just have a look there. See what I have.
No, it's not fair that every incentive is given to them and then the Irish are struggling. Like, it's just ridiculous.
Yeah.
There should be uproar over this.
I've 3 more little videos to do. I'm just going to play Nick there for refugees, right? This is Nick Delahanty talking about the refugees.
One of the most shocking cases I have ever come across. And
you've called it a slumdog asylum millionaire. I mean, that really got the attention.
So, slumdog asylum millionaire. So what happened here? So basically, an Indian man who was living in an asylum accommodation set up a company and got awarded millions of euros worth of state contracts to provide more emergency accommodation. And he got these contracts while also being a director and shareholder of several other companies that are currently in tax default. They have commercial judgments to revenue to the tune of over 150 grand. Like, this is honestly the minute I saw this company, it just jumped out at me. I was like, whoa, there's something completely bizarre here.
Yeah, it's true. Look, we played that Slumdog Asylum Millionaire last week, and it's something to behold, I have to say now. I'm bringing a friend to Rosslare on Saturday. And if anybody is going to Rosslare and has room in the car for anybody, let us know. You know what I mean? You can get on to us now. You can get on to me on that. I'll just put it up there. Sorry. If anyone is going to Rosslare, you can get me there on 089 203 1521. Let me know how you're getting there or whatever, because we're going to head down early enough. Like, you know what I mean? I'm sure there'll be blockages, like, to be honest with you. But as I said, 089 203 1521. Or if you're looking for a lift or you have room in your car for somebody else, please contact me and I will pass that on to whoever needs a lift in the whole lot. But again, if you can buy us a coffee, supporters at HTTPS, Boys Stripe, blah, 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 blah. And boom, we've just exceeded 1,200 viewers. Fair play to everyone. Keep sharing it. I have to say, this is flying here, everyone. I have to say, and people like it. You know what I mean? Maybe they just like you, or it could be just you. I don't know. You know what I mean? But every time you're on, we get views. You know what I mean? But Davina O'Connor, what's Davina saying? Sean, Nick, yep, they are all up to BLMers and the Islamists. Yeah. James Bond says the career of a migrant: start by Deliveroo, learn to be a barber, then become a taxi driver, and then become Taoiseach with a towel, tea towel head. Yeah, extra vision.
He's not far wrong. Look at England. Look at the amount of them that are councillors and,
Well, every one of them, they're mayors, they're mayors, they're what else?
MPs, Eddie? Whatever they are, yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Whatever Parliament over there, yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they are. But speaking of what's going on in the country, this is the GPO today. I never saw so many doctors and engineers in the one place in my life, to be honest.
They're all out in their lunch break.
Yeah, all in getting stamps for that.
And then there was another video today, I've seen it a couple of times actually, where there was a load of them all lined up in a queue at a post office as well, all getting the dole. Thanks, Lamb Chop. Never mind, Paul, we don't need him.
and Paul. Now, come on, and Paul. Fair play to you. Thanks, Lady Averta. Well done. Fair play to you. But as I said, we're going to finish up now. I just want to go with this trans ideology bullshit.
Yes, yeah. Okay. What's this about?
This is a girl who turned into a boy, and it's just it's her story. It's 2 minutes 36. So, and we'll finish up.
Is that the video I sent you a while back? Is that it? I wonder. No. I know when I see it.
Let's play it and see.
I was a confused 12-year-old girl who found herself in online transgender forums and was introduced to the concept of gender identity, which became my autistic fixation. I was taught that my gender nonconformity and my discomfort with puberty and my same-sex attraction was not evidence that I may just grow up to be a lesbian, but that it actually meant that I was a straight boy trapped inside of my wrong female body. For half of my life, I believed, as do many others in this room, that without lifelong medical intervention to affirm this male gender identity, I was doomed to end my life. This was presented as a fact, rather than as a tenet of an unprovable belief system with no robust evidentiary underpinning. The male gender identity I was told was innate disappeared as I lived through the horrors of October 7th in Israel. I woke up to a siren and did not have enough time to run to the bomb shelter and to put on my gender-affirming breast binder. Being forced to prioritize survival over identity made me realize what a first world absurdity it is to pretend that the concept of gender identity is somehow more real in nature than are the claims of any other unprovable belief systems. Unfortunately, the effects of my temporary belief in gender identity have left me permanently damaged. This belief system hijacked half of my life, derailed my psychosocial development, and disfigured my breasts, harmed my posture, hurt my ribcage, and has left me in pain while breathing. There is no solid evidence that gender identity exists in the brain, in the body, or in any objective way, because sex is not a feeling. It is an embodied reality. Enshrining gender identity in law forces all of society to abide by the religious style belief that a man is a woman if he simply believes he is. Protecting gender identity in law necessarily erases all sex-based protections, from women and girls to have single-sex spaces and sports, for gays and lesbians to not face lawsuits for keeping their establishments single-sex, and the rights of all children to grow up without being chemically castrated for the crime of playing the wrong kind of make-believe dress-up as a toddler. Make no mistake, you may think that by enshrining gender identity protections into law, that you are protecting the most vulnerable among us. In reality, you are only protecting a dangerous belief system that only comes at the expense of the most vulnerable among us. Thank you. I cede my time to questioning.
She's a girl. Somebody, I think Fanula was asking. She's a girl.
She's a girl, yeah. She
I'll
changed to a boy.
I'll go back over our WhatsApp, Paul. I wrote out that other video, and another woman severely damaged again through the transgender nonsense. And like, they're not allowed to speak out. Like, they're getting no platform to speak out on. Do you know what I mean? It's all hidden away. It's like, you know, anyone who's anti-vaxxer. Do you know what I mean? Again, everything's all hush hush, and you're not allowed to speak about it, and this, that, and the other.
We didn't go on about the vaccines tonight because, listen,
we just too much stuff on.
Yeah, that'll take up on a half a show. You know what I mean? It really will. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But
fair play to that woman for speaking out. Like, Jesus Christ. And like, if she was on medication, that's her damage for life. She probably can never have children now.
Yeah, exactly.
Because it's destroyed her hormones.
Yeah, that's exactly what happens with them. You know
this
what I mean?
Is something in a few years' time needs to be properly dealt with.
Yeah. I'm just looking there to see if I anything else to put up there. But no, I think what. But yeah, fair play. I'm going to be honest now. I think we'll knock it on the head there for tonight. And thanks very much. Let me just check what we have there at the minute. I'll put up exactly how many we have.
My staff is not on tonight, is he not? With his 5 followers.
He was. I cancelled them.
Oh, did you?
There's what we have. Exactly 1,248 live viewers watching there now. So fair play to everyone.
Yeah, but that's only on this platform. That's not on the other platforms.
No. And I'm just going to put up. I'm going to play the Patriots video again there because, and we'll finish up then. But that's what we'll do. We'll play the Patriots video again and we'll finish up. So I'm going to just present this now and we will come back and finish up. All right, Orla?
No bother.
There you go. Rosslare Europort, Saturday, 2 p.m. Patriots of Era. We need you there, people.
The further this goes along and the further that it remains aggressive on the streets, the further they're going along in their plan. You know, the idea what we all should be working towards is how can we scupper those plans? And the best way to scupper those plans is take the money out of their pockets. The people that are giving them the money are the mega corporations, mega hauliers, and the lads that are trading in this country. If you want to continue trading in the country, lads, we want the country back. If the government want their money to be brought through the lobbying and they want their donations for the political parties, well, they're going to have to play ball with us because we're not going to be playing ball with them.
Eric, what you said earlier on, what the lads are saying there as well, yeah. It's only going to work if everyone fucking unites. They want, I don't know who's, we're going to have to turn, like, people are going to have to leave fucking egos or little things, or this one, or he said that, or she said that, and come together as one, or we're never going to defeat this. It's simple as that. There's certain people, when we have certain people that fucking, you might think certain things about certain people, this fucking movement. Put it in your back pocket. This is for all our children. This is for the future of this country. That's all that we have to go under. All our fucking innocent children. Their God-given birthright that we're fighting for here. Right? And the future of this state of Ireland. That's all you have to go on, right? And fuck all that. He said, she said, whatever. You don't have to live in anyone's fucking pockets when this is all over, lads. You know what I mean? Get the fucking job done. You move on. That's it. Simple as fucking that. God bless everyone this fight. Eric Brad. See you on Saturday.
Great video from the Patriots of Ireland now, I have to say, and I'm fully on board with them. They're doing great work. And it's the Nationalist Alliance 2025, where all nationalists come out together and we stand up to this tyrannical government. Orla, I'm going to drop you down, hon. Thank you very much.
See you in a minute. Thank you.
No, just say there, Eric, my bro, and Ferg are 100% correct. They are, yeah. Thanks for the show, Paul and Orla. Good night. Chat.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. And I will talk to you in a few minutes, Orla. Thank you very much. Cheers, hon. And I'm like waiting to see this. I'll just show you this. What happens here now? I can do it like what you call it, you know, like if I do that, look, it's like going out, woo, and gone, woo, and back. But again, yeah, what's this now? Shamrock Rovers just got beaten on penalties. Pity. Thought he would do it tonight. Well, I'm a Rovers fan. You know what I mean? I would be. Me cousins in Tala. Big shout out to them now tonight. Me cousins in Tala. They were probably at that as well. So James Bond says, yeah, good night and God bless. But as I say, every night I'm here. The truth is like a lion. You don't have to defend it. You just let it loose and it will defend itself.